Laser, LASER, that is light amplification stimulated by emission of radiation. In this video, we are going to study full form of laser, history of laser, then its properties, advantages, disadvantages, application and principle of laser. So the first full form of laser, light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Laser is a type of electromagnetic machine that can emit light, that is an electromagnetic radiation. Such lights are both coherent and very weak. They are produced by a method named as optical amplification. Now see the history of laser, means when and who was invented the laser. The Albert Einstein was the first person to speak about the laser process. The system was however completely developed in 1960 by Theodore H. Maiman. The laser was based primarily on the concept given by Charles Hart Downs and Arthur Leonard Shallow. Now see the working principle of laser. Laser principle can be understood from Bohr's model. Light is made up of particle called as photon, and the photon having the energy E is equal to h nu, where h is Planck's constant and nu is frequency of light. We can also write lambda into nu, that is lambda is the wavelength of light and nu is the frequency of light, is equal to velocity of light, that is c. So E is equal to energy, it is equal to h into c upon lambda. Now see the actual principle. It is distributed in three main heads, that is absorption, it is also called as stimulated absorption, spontaneous emission and stimulated emission. First see the diagram 1, that is absorption. When photon of energy h nu, that is E2 minus E1, is incident on an atom, then it gets excited from lower energy state to higher energy state, that is from E1 to E2. Here the atom in the ground state absorbs the energy of incident photon and gets excited, that is stimulated towards higher energy level E2. So this process is known as stimulated absorption. Then move towards the second diagram, that is spontaneous emission. See now atom is already in the higher energy state. After completion of lifetime, the excited atom comes to ground state spontaneously and emitting a photon h nu. This process is known as spontaneous emission. In spontaneous emission, the atom emits the energy or photon of light, that is h nu. So it is called as spontaneous emission. Move towards the third diagram, that is stimulated emission. When the atom is in excited state and before coming to ground state, if the atom is triggered due to an action of incident photon, the interaction between the excited atom and incident photon can trigger the excited atom to make a transition to ground state. And the transition generates another photon which is identical to the incident photon. And this process is known as stimulated emission. See in the diagram, in stimulated emission, two photons are emitted. One photon due to the absorption, and when it downs from higher energy state to lower energy state, that one photon emits, and again if we incident one another photon, then it emits a two photon of energy, that is called as stimulated emission. See absorption, spontaneous emission, and stimulated emission. Now see the laser types. Depending on their wavelength and applications, laser can be derived in three of more types, that is gas laser, semiconductor laser, chemical laser, liquid or dye laser, and excimer laser. Now see the properties of laser. We may classify the laser beam characterized into four main groups such as superior coherence, superior monochromatic, high output, or superior directivity. First, the coherence. What is coherence? The light with the waves all exactly in the same phase, that is called as coherence. That is the important properties of laser. Again, the monochromaticity. Waves having same frequency or wavelength, that is called as monochromatic light, which having the laser. Then high output, or we can say extreme brightness, and strong unidirectionality, that is sharp focus. These are the properties of laser. Using these laser properties, they are used in various fields such as optical communication and protection. Now see the applications of laser. Lasers are used in DVDs, CD and barcode scanners. Lasers are used in different types of devices, that is drilling, cutting, surface treatment, welding and soldering equipments. Lasers are used in medical devices such as dental treatment devices, cosmetic treatment equipment. The laser are used in laser printing devices. Laser is used in military equipments, that is anti-missile devices, and an integral component of nuclear fusion reactors. Now see some advantages of laser. It is used for information transmission in field of communication because it has an enormous capacity to support information. This principle of no interference of electromagnetic is used in wireless communication system via free space for both telecommunication and computer networking, since the laser radiation is free of this interference. Laser radiation includes very little leakage of the signal. In fiber optic system, laser-based fiber optic wires are used because they are very lightweight. Lasers are commonly used for the diagnosis of cancers in the medical sector because they are less harmful compared with X-rays. They are used to burn small tumors on the surface of the eye and the surface of the tissue. These are all about the advantages of laser, but there are some disadvantages also. Laser are expensive and therefore those patients who need laser based treatment options are much expenditure. Lasers are expensive to maintain and therefore cause high cost to doctors and hospitals administrators. Lasers elevate the convolution and the treatment period based on laser equipments. These are the disadvantages of laser. So in this video, we have studied about the laser. Thank you.